Morning, folks. This is Paul Lavoie with Transwest Truck Trailer RV. Today, we are going over the 2019 Chevy Silverado 3500 Dullay. We're going to get started on the front of the car, just doing our walk around, and just going to start from kind of the bottom to the top. Just going over here, you've got your recovery hooks just sitting right over here, just in case you do get stuck or you want to get somebody out, hence the name recovery hooks. Just above that, you've got your two sensors, these two black boxes right here. Those are for the front end crash alert. So if you are coming up to a vehicle in front of you, it's going to alert you in the heads up display up in the dashboard. And I'll show you guys that when we get inside the inside of the actual vehicle. You've got 4 sensors up here. These are parking sensors, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lets you know how close you are actually getting to the vehicle in front of you when you're parking in a parking lot, or actually if you're just next to somebody anywhere else. These have the LED headlights on both, bright so you can see where you're going. This one has an upgrade. This is an aftermarket net. It's a bug net. Makes it so all the bugs don't actually get into your radiator, keeps a little bit cleaner of a look. Now before we actually get started under the actual hood, this is an active air intake. It makes it so you're getting more air into the engine, burns a little bit cleaner, gets a little bit more power for you as well. I'll show you where that's at when we lift it up. Under the hood here, we've got the Duramax 6.6 liter V8 turbo diesel engine. It has a lot of power. We've got 445 horsepower, 910 pound-feet of torque. This bad boy is Chevy's bread and butter. They've been using this one for a very, very long time. But over here, going back to the active air intake, is actually right here. This is where it's sucking it in from the top of the hood, giving you, like I said, all that power that you need. You've got your battery. This truck has 2 batteries in it. One of them is right here. The other one is in the below the passenger seat inside the cab. And then of course you've got your fluids and everything over here. Easy to see in there. I don't want to say it's easy to work on. I'm not a mechanic, but hopefully it is, because you can actually see in there and everything like that. You've got your dipstick to definitely check your oil, fluid level for your oil. And then you've got your fuse panel right here, just in case anything does go awry. You can check your fuse panel. That is one of 2 fuse panels that's actually in the truck. The other one is in the cab. I can show you that as well. As we walk around here, this is a Cajun red tint coat, I believe is what it's called. Very popular color with Chevrolet. Very nice red, not too bright, not too dull. The wheels that you're going to be getting on this one are just the alloy wheels. Comes with standard with every Dullay truck that they actually get. And as we're going on the side here, you'll see your little step ups. Makes it a little bit easier to get into the cab. And then you can kick off your dirt and everything like that. And just above that, you'll see that this is the high country trim level. This is Chevy's highest trim level, so it's going to be the nicest, giving you the most options on the actual vehicle. And then just above that, I'm going to go up to the side mirror here. These are trailering mirrors. Makes it a little bit easier. Right now they are on the in position, so you can just, as you're normally driving, you're just leisurely going, but they do have the feature of where you manually can pull these suckers out and actually give you a little bit farther and a little bit wider of a view, so you can see if anything's going on with the trailer in the back. And it is manual, so all you got to do is just push it right back in. And I'm going to show you a feature that's on the actual inside of the mirror. You got your turn signals built in right here. And then for trailing purposes, when you're backing up, you've got LED lights that basically blare the entire side of you coming back, so you can see very, very well. And we'll continue on down here. Go over the fuel tank. This fuel tank is a little bit different than what a DEF originally had. So this one just has the fuel tank. So it's just the cap. And then the actual DEF, which I didn't show you, I apologize, but it's actually under the hood on the passenger side. That's where you're going to fill up both of them. It is a 5-gallon DEF tank. Walking around here, we're going to head towards the back of the truck. This also has the parking sensors in the rear as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Letting you know when you're backing up. You have your camera in the back, which is actually right here. And then you've got your black bow tie, which is actually an upgrade, which is a cool little feature. Dropping down a little bit below, this is for your spare tire. So to access it, you'll open this up, you'll put your normal key that's actually attached there, you'll unlock the core, pull it out, and then you'll use your toolkit to lower the spare tire, which is actually below the bed. You've got your 7 and 4 pin hookups, and then you've got your big heavy duty bumper pull right there. We're gonna open up the tailgate now. It is an easy, gives you a little bit of an assist on there, so you can just let it go and go. This bed is lined, it's a nice rhino lined spray-in liner. If you're looking in there, actually I'll make it a little bit easier. Let me release the bed cover that we've got. It is a manual one, so I'm gonna walk around here, put it all the way over. It will release just by pushing it, and then it goes all the way up here. Now you can actually see the spray-in a little bit better. I apologize for that. But when you're looking at the bottom of the bed, you do seal all the 5 holes that are in there. That's the 5th wheel prep package that's on here. So you can either run a gooseneck or you can use a 5th wheel on there. Most customers will be using the Hensley because you actually can have both of them using the gooseneck and the 5th wheel. You'll notice a little tag right, or a little rope right here. This is actually using this to actually pull this back, so you can get this back so you don't have to hop up into the bed. Makes it a little bit easier, and then it locks in position there. And as you can see, when I open this up, it's a little piece of hardware that's right here that's actually aftermarket. It's a ladder assist. Now there's 2 different ways to get into this bed. One of them is this. So you literally just hook it up right here. Makes it a little bit easier. Just grab the side of the bed. You can walk right up there. When I say there's 2 different ways, what I'm meaning is you can use this, which is very, very easy, or you can put this up and keep this up there, or if you don't have it, you don't have it. But the side step's right here. This is a huge thing that Chevy offers. I've loved this ever since they put it on it. I had a truck long time ago in the early 2000s that had that, and I've loved that feature ever since. But basically that's it. So we'll walk over here, and you got a nice little safe transport right here that you can actually buckle this in, so you're not being unsafe when you're driving down the road. Now lifting it back up, we're gonna continue on right over here, just going to the passenger side of it. You'll notice that we have the indicator lights right here and right here. The front one is your turn signal, the back one is for your actual brake, so it just lets people know what you're exactly doing. Passenger side also has the side steps right here, but we're gonna look in the back of the actual cab right here. So these seats are actually very easy to handle. It's literally just lifting up and then pulling back down to gain access to it. I'll do it right now. So it's lifting up. This is a 60-40 split. You can do either or, both, does not matter. But down here is kind of what's important. You can have 2 options right here. One is where you have a storage bin like this one has, but this one is easily removed, and then you'll have the access to the entire thing. This does have the all-weather mats, which covers the entire floor. Now, depending on if you have kids, dogs, I had a lot of dogs that I would put in here and made it so they could have access to the entire thing and they didn't need to worry about falling off the seats. So I'm gonna put this down, shut this, and we're gonna look at the front of the vehicle real quick. So when I mentioned that this is the high country, this has the upgraded leather where you get the stitching on here and then the upgraded trim on the seat. Also, you'll notice at the top of the headrest where it says high country, just letting you know, hey, I am the top trim level. This is the bad car. You'll notice on the actual door frame as well, you'll get this trim with it. It's a nice little light oak, just kind of brightens it up, makes it look a little bit nicer. This also has the Bose system. It is the upgraded stereo system that Chevy offers. Nice little feature. One minor feature, but this is actually kind of, I think it's very important. Right here, you know, you would normally see like your, call it normal glove box, but there's actually 2 glove boxes here. One up top and then one below. The top one is lockable, the bottom one is not. But you can put like your important documents on top, very, very easy. You just shut it, lock it, you're good to go. Your manuals and stuff can like hang in the bottom one. Just makes it a little bit easier. Alrighty, we're gonna look in the inside of the cab now. I'm gonna pop open the back so my Jody can get in there, and I'll meet you guys around front. So I'm going to turn the key in just to accessories mode just so we can see the kind of gauges just get on. That beeping will cease in just a second. But as we're just looking this is a pretty standard dashboard right here. You just got your miles per hour, your RPMs, and all the gauges just letting you know what's going on with the actual vehicle. Turn signal, pretty standard. This also has your wipers on the side. Your cruise control is right here. Just these 4 buttons right here. When I was going over the front end crash alert, this is the button that I was talking about that's right here. The indicator is in the dash just below the windshield. It flashes up and lets you know, hey, you need to stop or intervene of some sort. Below that, you've got your heated steering wheel. And I don't care who you are, the heated steering wheel is a phenomenal feature that a lot of people like. To the right over here, you've got your Bluetooth connectivity. So anything that you got a call that's coming in, you can answer it and or hang up right there. And then you can actually mute the music as well. The arrow keys right here are going to be for the dashboard. It's letting you know what's going on with the car. And all you need to do is just kind of cycle through that. And the check mark in the middle is just saying, okay, if you want to reset any of the gauges. So moving over here, we'll go up into the infotainment right here. This is a touchscreen. It is an 8-inch touchscreen. You can have a whole bunch of apps on there if you would like. There is a app in there where I'll call it a Play Store, where you can download other apps on there. You also have the ability to have Apple and Android CarPlay. And I can't stress this enough. On this one, though, you need to plug in, which is one of the connectivities, which I will show you in just a moment. But other than that, pretty standard. You have your favorites that are just down here, just going along the lines, and you can have up to 25 favorites just right there. Other than that, this is your controls for your radio right here. Pretty simple. And just below that, your climate control. Pretty standard, your fan speed and everything like that. You do have the dual climate control in here. So you've got a left and right temperature, and then you can actually set the air to go on in the back as well. And all you would do is literally just move a knob, any of the knobs, and it will turn on the system. As you can see, you've got your individual actual temperatures on there. On the left and right on here, you've got your ventilated seats, and then you've got your heated seats. You can either have the back heated or the back and the seat heated at once, whatever you would like. Dropping down below that, you've got your pedal adjustments. So if you're short or if you're very tall, you can move the pedal adjustments in or out, however to your comfort level, and obviously you need to set the seat however you want. You've got your traction control or stability control right here. You've got your bed light, so you can illuminate the light if it's open. And then you've got your parking sensors right here. Now the system will always come on when you're coming up to somebody or to some object. If you want to just push it on and just keep it on, you can actually just push that and actually the camera system will come on. Right here, we've got your lane keep assist. So if you want to, not pay attention to driving, just kidding, you need to be paying attention to driving at all times. You can either have that on or off. So what that's doing is this: when you're going into the lanes and if you just happen to be going out of the lane without signaling, it's going to nudge you back over and give you a little jostle in the steering wheel. A nice feature, but some people get annoyed with it. Very important feature right here, exhaust brake. When you're trailering something and you got a lot more weight than what you're kind of used to, using that exhaust brake is going to be using the engine to slow you down and not wearing out your brakes is so fast. Below this is all the connectivity. You've got your USBs. You got 2 of them right here. You got a whole bunch of USB ports in here. I'll show you most of them in here. USBs, 2 12 volts, and then you've got your normal 110 plug. If your laptop, you're using this truck as an office, very important to actually keep you charged up. So that is a very, very cool feature. These right here are for your actual cell phone. You can actually just prop it up there. Makes it so it's sitting up, so where you're hopefully paying attention to driving, and then you can maybe look down when you're at a stop or parking. Below that, you've got a little storage area, and then cup holders right here. Moving over to the console, on the top here, you notice a little picture right there. What this is wireless charging. Makes this a little bit more convenient, so you don't have to use the 12 volt or the 110. But if you want wireless right here, you just make sure your phone is actually wireless capable. That'd be the most important part. And as I open this up, very, very large compartment here. And when I was going over letting you know about the more USBs, this right here is just left over from the past owner, just in there, but it is a 12 volt, but you can use it as a USB. We're gonna leave that in there for you. Over here, 2 more USBs, and then the auxiliary port, which is not in most vehicles now, but actually some people still use it. It's very important. This is designed for hanging files, so if you are, like I said, using this as a mobile office, you can hang your files up in there. Very, very cool, nice little feature. As we're almost finishing up, we're going to go up to the top right here, just looking at our rear view mirror. This is a auto dimmer, so you see the little hole right there. If somebody is in the back actually, you know, shining their brights and it's bothering you, it will automatically dim for you. And then below that, you have 3 buttons right here, is basically for emergency services or OnStar. Above here, you've got your home link. You can pair 3 garages if you like. That's very, very convenient, so you don't have to have the actual remote in here. And then just below that, or just past that, you've got the 2 adjustments or openings for your sunroof, which is right above, and I'll show you in just a sec. Or no, don't go there. And then lights right there. Sunglasses right here. Sorry, Jody. And right here. There is right behind Jody, doesn't need to really see it, but you've got a button for a power slider. So what it is just, instead of you having to happen to jump in the back of the cab and open up one of the 3 windows, it's going to be the middle one, and this is the button to actually open it and close it. And you get some nice ventilation if you got the windows just barely down and then opening back up. But other than that, that is our 2019 Chevrolet 3500 Dullay. My name is Paul Lavoie. If you would like, if you have any interest in this truck, you can get a hold of me at our website, transwest.com, or my number is 303-503-3305, or you can email me at paul.lavoie@transwest.com. Thanks for joining me, folks. Have a great day.